Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers.
That is the most real, authentic, hysterical laugh of my entire life.
Hey guys, Ultra Maximus back with another Transformers review. Today we're taking a look at another 2015 Robots in Disguise figure, and it's the Legion class Fixit, or Legends, or Legion. I think it's Legion nowadays. They're switching the names on us. But I found this figure on the south side of Indianapolis at the Southport Target, I believe. And I was actually on the look for some new Combiner Wars figures and just happened to come across this guy. And this is the first time that I've ever seen this figure in the store. So I figured, why not go ahead and pick it up and see what he's about. So let's go ahead and take a look at the packaging. And here we have Fixit in package. And the main reason I really wanted this figure is I like the one-step changer Fixit. I thought that was a very well done figure, but he's just a little too big to go with the Warrior class figures, and I wanted something that was a little bit more in scale to the show. So that's why I went ahead and picked it up, and it was cheap. It was like, I think, $6, $5.99, so that was not a bad price, and it looked pretty good sitting on the shelf. So the package, very small, because it is a Legions class figure. I mean, it's itty-bitty tiny, because the figure's like maybe 2 inches tall. So we've got this artwork from the show of Fixit. We've got the Robots in Disguise logo. It says Transformers. We've got the bot. His instructions are inside. There's a picture of him in his vehicle mode, which we never see on the show. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much it. So just kind of a close-up of the artwork there. Pretty standard stuff. There he is in package, all smiley. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing on the sides, nothing underneath. Back of the package, very, very bland. Got stuff on the box. Yeah, I mean, it's just lots and lots and lots of words, which is crazy. And then little instructions on how to play the game, and it's got Fixit there. I mean, there's so much words here compared to actual product on here. That just is stupid to me. I don't know why they did that. But anyway, there he is. Let's get him out of the package and see what we think. And here we have Fixit out of the package, and this is the cutest, happiest little Transformer I have ever seen in my life. Absolutely adorable. He's so happy. Not much going on in the back there. I mean, this is a Legion figure, but they did such a good job with the paint, the molding. I think this is probably the best one I have ever seen, and it fits the character, and it fits it well. There are a few very, very minor gripes I have about the figure, but keep in mind, this is like a $6 toy, so I can't complain too much. They're really more nitpicks. Articulation is amazing on this figure. As I close these little thing there, let me kind of bring this up. He's got a ball-jointed head, so he can look around all over the place. He does have a ball joint on his shoulder, but because of that wheel, it kind of hampers it a little. He's got a ball joint elbow, which is nice. The drill bits even turn, which is very, very cool. He can do a little bit of an ab crutch, but that's mainly for transformation, and that's really about it. But for the size of the figure, I mean, that's pretty good. Detail, this guy just looks amazing. I mean, look at that. Look how adorable he is. He's got the little smile, the bright blue eyes, like the black paint. There's his little logo if you want to play the game. Yeah, I mean, they did a good job with him. Even the details on the wheels, the blue, and the little molded details there, looking super sharp. Love that orange. He's got these little taillights, which I kind of wish were painted. He's even got molding on the back of the head, which is really nice. Some molded detail on his back. Very, very cool. And there's even a different color orange separating from here to there, which is very nice, and around his waist. I mean, blue paint picks. I mean, this thing's done remarkably well. Might be one of the best looking figures from the line, to be honest with you, and that kind of shocks me. So the funny thing about this, here are the instructions for the guy. If you look, if I can get it to focus here, focus. His smile on the instructions is backwards to what the actual toy is, which is kind of funny. But so the instructions kind of go through, and it shows you to flip over, and there are a couple problems with it. One, the figure itself, it doesn't tell you to move the back wheels as you transform it, and then there's an issue of getting the little drill hands to line up. And I mean, it's not a big deal, but it is different from what the instructions portray, so be aware of that. The only other gripe, and that's very minor, the only other gripe I've got is I wish his little drill bits could fold around so that we could get hands like we have in the show. But again, that's a minor gripe, and that's a lot to ask for a toy this size. Alright, so transformation on this thing is relatively easy. Now, I'm going to adjust the camera here and back it up a bit because it's so close in on shot. Every time you try to transform it, it goes out of focus. So let me back the camera up a minute. Alright, so we should have enough room here now to show you how this works. So first thing you're going to do, push up his face. You're then going to pull his wheels downward. Then at the waist, you're going to bend him backwards until he collapses in on himself. Make sure his head is upright and tucked into his knees. Kind of weird. And then this piece is going to be at a slight angle, kind of like that. And if you notice, there are a couple little tabs right here, and the little holes on the drill bits are going to go into the tabs. Now, the instructions have this almost completely down, and that's not quite it. You're going to kind of move it down just enough until that piece locks into place, and then you can do the same on this side until that is nice and tight in there, and then you just kind of want to squish it down until everything is functional. So there he is. He is in his vehicle mode. Now the instructions tell you to spin the drills around, so those are upright, but that is very unattractive. I do not like that at all. So there it is. Fixit in his vehicle mode. So here's a tighter shot in his vehicle mode. I mean, it looks pretty decent. It's not the greatest. It looks a lot different than the one-step version. This looks much more vehicle-like, whereas the one-step kind of looks like he's some kind of scoot-around for the Warrior class figures, which I do like. I thought that was a pretty good play gimmick. But yeah, this definitely looks more like a vehicle, much more Minicon-like, and I do appreciate that. I just wish there was a little bit more paint detail on here. Other than that, I mean, it's not a bad little vehicle mode at all for what it is. For size comparison, here we have Fixit next to the Transformers Q Red Alert. As you can tell, he is taller than Red Alert, but they're probably about the same amount of plastic between the two figures, which is not very surprising. Here we have Fixit next to a Legends class Combiner Wars figure, and it's Viper. Just for fun, here we have the Robots in Disguise 2015 Fixit with the Masterpiece Bumble G2 version. And here we have the Legions class Fixit with the Warrior class Bumblebee from the same line. And as you can tell, this fits way better into scale than the one-step changer. While I do like that one step, this definitely makes the shelf look better as far as show accuracy compared to that one step. I definitely like him, and he's definitely going up there with them. Alright, so here's the comparison everybody wants to see. The Legions class versus the one step, and they both have their merits. I like the blue paint pick on the chest here where this has got the sticker. The faces are both equally done pretty well. They just have different face sculpts. But overall, I think this one is painted a lot better and sculpted a lot better than this particular figure. And then even if you turn to the side and compare them, this guy's a lot cleaner, and he looks like he's got some big old knobby off-roading tires where he looks like he might be more Cybertronian. So yeah, definitely an interesting comparison. So just to take a closer shot to compare the two faces on this guy, this one looks so much angrier than this guy does. I don't know if it's because of that beaming smile and the super bright blue eyes, but the Legion's figure just looks like he's enjoying life so much more than the One Step. Maybe the One Step realizes he's getting replaced. For vehicle mode comparison, here we have Fixit next to a Transformers Q figure. This is Sunstreaker, I believe, and he's a little bit bigger than the Q figure, I think. Well, I think there's about the same amount of plastic in both figures. Fixit really does kind of look like he's slightly bigger, and that's fine. I mean, this is a Q figure. They are absolutely tiny, but it does show you how small this Legion's figure really is. Here we have Fixit with the Combiner Wars Wind Charger Legends figure, and again, this Legends figure is smaller. Maybe that's why they're calling it Legion versus Legends. It's a smaller class figure, maybe. I don't know, but he is definitely tiny. Here we have Fixit next to Strong Arm from the same line. Of course, this is a Warrior class figure, but as you can see, Fixit is so much tinier than Strong Arm, and I mean, that's the way it should be. So this is a very good show-accurate comparison, I think. And finally, this is the comparison that we want to see vehicle to vehicle. It's Fixit versus Fixit. So we got the One-Step Changer Fixit and the Legions class Fixit, and they are very, very different in both size and design, really. I mean, they got the similar drill bits up front and then the body piece kind of here, but it's the back part of the vehicle that's very different. The wheel hubs on the Legion figure kind of go over, very similar to a motorcycle, and he's got taillights. He's got more of a indoors wheel, like something that you would see on one of those roll-arounds that the mall cops use, whereas the One Step has more of a bicycle-type hub here, or a lawnmower-type hub. We've got some knobby tires, very much like it's outdoorsy, and then the back of the vehicle, totally different here, where this looks like this should be something that one of the other figures should be standing on and riding, which I like that play gimmick. I think that's a great idea, and this is more of an autonomous vehicle, so definitely different between the two, and to be honest, I think this guy is going to be going up in robot mode. He may stay in the vehicle mode and have another bot riding him on the back on the display, because I do like that play gimmick. So is Fixit a figure that you want in your Transformers collection? You know, this is a very easy pickup. If you don't like the Robots in Disguise line that's out right now, you could probably pass on it, but it's so cheap, it's so stinking cute. It's really well done for what it is. It's very articulated. The molding on it is great. It has a fantastic face sculpt, painted very, very well, and it's easy and fun to transform. So from an overall perspective, I really like the figure. I think kids are going to like this figure. He's definitely super cheap, and if you find him, I would definitely pick him up. So there he is, Fixit from Transformers Robots in Disguise.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, and as always, look for more videos in the future.